any given Sunday.
That's money on the track, yeah.
I can touch down in your end zone. I can bring a Super Bowl chip.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday OJ Live Season 4. Season 4 is live. We're doing this on video. We're doing this on cam. You hear me uploading on Instagram right now. Completely ignore that shit. That shit does not matter. We got OG in the building.
What's good? Yeah, they were hearing you in the background. That's crazy. What's good, y'all?
Big OG in the chat, man. And then we got our guy G, aka the Ooze Man. The Ooze Man.
What's going on, y'all?
Nah, I mean, so look, we got a new co-host. We doing things a little bit differently. Me and OG been talking for like a year about this since last year, coming back to Madden. So we taking action, you know. It took 365, man. But OG, how you feel so far? Like, what you thinking?
Hey, my ugly ass will be on camera next time. Don't worry about it. Right now, I ain't got no lineup, so.
This guy
got the superhero picture. You know what I'm saying? I got to
cute for the stream.
Hey,
you don't know who watching. You don't know who watching.
I mean, look, God talk. It don't matter who watching, you know what I'm saying? But look, we already got our first topic up, man. It's been a lot of controversy out there in the sports world recently with the contracts for running backs versus kickers. I really dislike that they use Justin Tucker as the kicker because he's probably the best kicker in the NFL. But it's known that kicker contracts are a lot better than running back contracts right now. But they took into account all, and when I say all, I mean all running back contracts, which was not correct. So, Ooze Man G, we're going to go to you first. Do you think the running back is becoming a dead position in the NFL?
I do. And I believe it's because the wide receiver position is becoming more prominent. You're using wide receivers like Deebo Samuel in the backfield, who's more elusive than the average running back, who's bigger and more physical than the elusive back that you would put back there in that position. So I believe that because the wide receivers are able to run more wildcat and things like that, it's becoming less of a need to have a straight feature back that can only run the ball and catch in the backfield.
That's a good way to look at it. OG, what about you? You know, and I'm going to be a troll right now to you. So when OG plays Madden, he always picks a team with a good running back, and somehow, some way, he trades their ass year one. I don't know why he does this. You know, he trade Derrick Henry every single year unless he can get Nick Chubb. You know what I'm saying?
He stinks in the game. Nick Chubb all day.
He's so damn slow, bro. I just don't understand.
But OG, what do you think? Yeah,
I think it is dead. I think a running back could be cycled through so easily every 3 years, changed like underwears. But like, to go to G's point though, if you're gonna put a wide receiver and have him play there, the wide receiver should actually get paid more for the double positions that they play, because that's also a issue that they have within the NFL, that they don't get paid for that. Like Le'Veon Bell tried to get paid as a wide receiver because he was a catching back, a real good catching back. So it's just hard to like decipher those things. But the running back, it's like the center position in the NBA. I think that's gonna be like no longer soon.
that's actually a good way to look at it. You know, the center kind of is a dying position, even though the Finals MVP was Nikola Jokic, and as well as Embiid being MVP. But you know, 3 of the last 4 MVPs were big men. But I think that, you know, running back is no longer what RB stands for. And I actually tweeted this, and I told a couple buddies this. RB stands for replaceable, buddy. That's literally what it means now. You just gotta be replaceable. An anonymous GM actually tweeted out and said these words. He was saying that, you know, I would rather draft a running back high, and I would rather not pay him the big money contract because I get him for 5 years. So I was talking to our homeboy Nardo. Shout out to my guy Nard Bars. He was saying that running back contracts should be a little bit less, but because of how the CBA is for the NFL, with rookies being drafted, they all get minimum 4-year contracts, no matter how the scale is from 1 to 32. And then, you know, that's their 5th year option if you're a first round pick. So I guess the question I have for either of you, and whoever wants to answer first can, and shout out to the chat. We know we see Fitz, T-Hoy, Wang, Omega. Shout out to y'all pulling up to the live edition of Sunday OJ. Do you think they should change contracts for rookies based on position, or should it just be based on what round? Either one of you can go first. It doesn't matter.
That's a good question. I definitely believe that there should be a mixture of both, because you can get a superstar wide receiver like Antonio Brown in the late round, but because you draft him so late, he shouldn't get paid off his production. And also in the same breath, you can get a superstar halfback in the first round, but should you pay him all that money if he's playing lackluster? So it
Yeah.
all, I think it should come down to player performance. I think because of how gruesome the NFL is as a sport, that you should have guaranteed contracts in general. So I believe that the halfbacks, any position, should have 3 years guaranteed. 3 years guaranteed. You go to college, you come out around 21, 22. You get your first big contract at 24 if you produce well. So therefore, you can get another contract at about 29 while you're still in your prime and actually make some decent money and produce on the field. But the problem is when you look at it from the owner's perspective, it's hard to do that because you're gambling on a guy where you get him a dime a dozen, like OG said. You can get a halfback a dime a dozen. So you really got the guys like Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, and Aaron Jones, top five paid wide receivers in the NFL outside of Saquon, and they all stand out against other guys. Like you got guys in the bottom like Cordell Patterson, Tony Pollard, who was also who Tony Pollard is a good example of a halfback who you can argue is underpaid.
No questions.
That's a good example.
And they're not trying to extend him
That's
any
a
further
good
than they
example.
already are, which is really crazy when you look at it. Because when Zeke started to be lackluster, TP took off. And, you know, unfortunately, he got hurt near the end of the season. But he's looking to be the lead back as Zeke is not on the Cowboys roster anymore. So he'll be a free agent when we open up AGS for Madden 24. But OG, you know, G said having 3-year contracts guaranteed right out the gate, maybe a 4th-year option. What say you for those first-round rookies?
I don't believe in heavy guaranteed contracts for the NFL.
Ooh, you got to explain that.
Injury, because injury plays a part, and sometimes injury, like Christian McCaffrey, he hasn't been healthy throughout a long period of his career, and he's one of the highest paid running backs. Now, when you look at that, I mean, it's probably going to be different on the 49ers, but when you look at something like that, it's like, why do I got to pay these guys? Ezekiel Elliott, he went on the decline, but then you got Derrick Henry and also Nick Chubb, and this is what I like about the Browns because they do this dual back thing, and it saves Nick Chubb's body, but he's so efficient when he runs. To me, he's the one that should be getting paid the most. He's the best back in the NFL. He's been that by far, and he deserves every dollar coming to him. But then you got some players like I see here, Joe Mixon. He's not a featured back in that set because they're passing offense. He's decent. You don't pay a guy like that, which is why he had to take that pay cut because he wants to be a part of that team. And if not, you're gonna get cut because we don't really need you. We can plug you in. So certain players, like for certain things, I get it. But to answer your question, I do think though that some of these positions, when you getting drafted as a rookie, should be lower because there is no way somebody should have to prove 5 years in order to get paid. Like that's kind of crazy. You come in the league at 22 and then you get paid at 27. That's kind of odd. So when you come in at 22, you could possibly get paid at 25, and then you get paid, and then you could be relaxed a little bit, and then you don't have to go hard training, hurting yourself, et cetera, et cetera. So I think minimizing those, except for the quarterbacks, because of course quarterbacks' careers are long. The guards, they're long as well. But certain positions, such as I think middle linebacker, uh, running back, and possibly even some of the wide receivers positions. It just depends. But those two, running back and what was the other and middle linebacker, I think should be shortened up on the contracts when they first get drafted.
Because it's so injury prone, they take so much contact. They're the first to contact. You're not worried about linemen getting hurt because they usually don't. Their endurance is pretty high.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to get hurt in the trenches, but I mean, then again, injuries are a dime a dozen regardless. I think you said something very interesting, though. I do agree. I think my position might be a little bit better. It probably would be too complex to have in the CBA, but like everything in life is complex now. We live in a complex world. You know, we're still coming off of a pandemic. And that happens every 100 years. You know, the Spanish flu was a thing in the 1920s, and we're in the 2020s. People are still getting COVID and dealing with that. People are still scared to fly on airplanes. They rather take a tour bus from Florida to California. So, you know, it happens. But to speak on, to speak on the contract piece though, Todd Gurley, when he signed that contract for $53 million, you know, he got cut, I think 2 years into that. And then I saw something that Nick Chubb actually was the last running back to get a deal over $10 million. And that was in 2021. So it's been 2 years since a running back got over $10 million in an extension in any kind of contract in the NFL right now. That is,
he deserved
it though. He deserves it.
Because if you look at somebody like Saquon, he came off a good season, but he was injury before that. He was injured before that, and I believe it was his knee and or his quad. But that's a real big injury. But my thing is, it's like, okay, go out there, prove it this year on the tag, what you're gonna get paid the most, because I believe they give you the most on the tag for that position. So take that 10 million, bowl out, and then if the Giants don't pay you, possibly somebody's gonna pay you a 2-year, 20-something deal. And the crazy part of with the Giants and Saquon, they're only off 1 to 2 million apart. So we I'm from New York, so I know taxes is not that crazy that you really fighting over 1 to 2 million.
Yeah, I mean, and then
It
taxes
is,
different per
though.
state. It is because it's different per state. I once I can go find a tweet, and I might during one of our off season move topic. So Texas has like no state tax. So if you were to get drafted by the Cowboys, Texans, and for NBA's sake, let's say the Mavericks, Rockets, or the Spurs, you would make a lot more money per game and per year because you're not being taxed as much as other people. Whereas if you're in like Florida, here in Virginia, you're getting taxed heavily and you got to get it back on your tax return. So it really just depends on what state you get drafted to. But that's some other parts of it. Going to the chat, Omega and Jim both said it should be performance-based incentives, but they're not completely dead. And then T. Hoyt is saying that, Edge James, the Edge from the Colts, he took advantage of his rookie incentives, made his seasons worth it. And, he's a Hall of Famer off of it, so it does make sense. And I would agree with Jim that running backs' primes are definitely used up in college. Marcus Lattimore is one person I always go to. We talk about running backs in the college game. He probably was the best running back that was going to come out. And South Carolina, he tore that knee up. ACL, MCL, LCL, and he ain't been the same since. Wish him well. Hopefully he's doing great in life. But do we have any other comments on the running back position?
Then Willis McGahee tore both his ACLs.
I think he did tear both of them. I don't remember when
And
it happened specifically.
He came
but
in
he
the
fixed
league.
it.
And he came in the league killing.
Hey, he was a problem in Buffalo. He was a problem in Baltimore, man. One of the best. Shout out to the U.
And the thing about the sense is like that. I don't like that because teams could actually take you out the damn game and make you not get that. So that kind of sucks. They could bench you for any
That
kind of
happens
reasons.
often too.
And that
Very often.
sucks. So when it goes off for census, it's like it's hard because I wouldn't want to sign something like that when I know I can get it, but then you get benched or something happens and then you can't get it. It's real lame.
Yo,
I hate
those
the Saints.
incentives happen so often. It's like when the wide receivers don't get their incentives because they play with a trash quarterback, like Devontae Adams what he had to go through with Derek Carr compared to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that there is still crazy. It's him winning out of Green Bay and then Rodgers winning out the very next year. We're gonna just go to our next topic because good segue there. That's a great segue. The NFL offseason moves. We know that Aaron Rodgers has gone to the New York Jets. We know that he brought some people with him. Randall Cobb is there, Alan Lazard, Adrian Amos, all former Packers have followed him. So it's really, really crazy to think that, people can force their way out better in the NFL than in the NBA, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But G, what do you think the best offseason move has been so far in the NFL? And I'm gonna say this: you can be biased because you an Eagles fan. You can be biased; it's fine.
But the thing is, though, I wasn't going to be biased. I was just going to ask if I could do maybe like a top 2,
That's
top
fine.
3,
Make it yours.
maybe, because I'm gonna tell you, I love, and I know like the man is old and what he's proved a little bit, but I love their Aaron Rodgers to the Jets because all they needed was a good quarterback to unlock the power of that offense.
That's very
And
true. I would
then
agree.
when you think about their defense was already elite, but the problem is when you watch their games, which we all watch a lot of their games because we bet, bro, they couldn't score. And if you can't score the football, you're not going to win games, especially when you got to go up against guys like the AFC. I don't even have to name. You know what quarterbacks are in the AFC. You're not winning a lot of games when you got to go up against those guys and you can't score. So I love that. I think they're going to average about 24 points a game, which is good.
Mhm.
With that defense they have, they should win about 11 games.
Ooh,
I would argue they should win 10 because you got to think they're in the AFC East, right? We got We got New England.
They ain't doing too much. You got Buffalo. You can't sleep on Josh Allen, but he needs to unlock that offense. And then you got Miami.
Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey.
That's the critical key, but
that's critical. But you
Miami
still got
underperforms every year is the problem.
I'm about
and
to
that's
say you
exactly
still
why.
have Tua at the gun. You still have two
And
with the gun.
who's to say Rodgers could take this New York pressure? This ain't little pretty Green Bay where
Well,
everybody loves him.
That's
he's
true.
never had a problem taking pressure in the regular season, regardless of what
This
situation
is
he was
this
in.
is Green Bay. This is not New York. That when he goes somewhere, they will tear his head off for messing up a play or something. He could go to the club. He gonna have to really go and hide in if he mess up in New York. New
But
York is
he
just a
he
different
played.
atmosphere.
But I think because of his style of play, he plays as an improviser. He doesn't really gamble too much early in the game. He's going to throw the check down. He's going to throw the shorts. He's going to throw the option passes. He's not going to throw it down the field and gamble. And the one thing Aaron Rodgers can do is drive up the field. You're not going to just go out there and just force a turnover on that guy, especially if you give him a whole offseason to work with his guys.
Jim, I
He's
don't
not
think
the
that
same.
Buffalo and Miami are ass, but when you look at the record last year for that AFC East, Buffalo won 13 games because they had the game with the Bengals canceled, so they didn't play 17 games. Miami won 9, New England won 8, and the Jets won 7. And, he does have a good point. If the Jets were out of a couple games just because they couldn't score to win, so you take away 4 of those losses and put them in wins, the Jets could get 11. It's not that their division is bad. They came in 4th place. So the Jets automatically have to play Cleveland, Houston, and Denver, and then they're going to play 6 games within their division. So they have 9 games, all AFC, and then the rest are going to be NFC, and then one more AFC game. I don't know who they're going to play. So the Jets, they could get to 10 wins behind Aaron Rodgers because he's Aaron Rodgers, to what people still hold him as a credit to. I think he's on the decline. I would give him 9 wins maybe. Robert Saleh's a good head coach, and that defense can only get better. They just paid Quinnen. Sauce, year 1, dominant like Revis. It's really crazy. They can only get better. That's what I think. I don't know how well the offense explodes with Cobb and Lazard there, and then they don't really have a tight end. So it'll remain to be seen. But he is Aaron Rodgers. You're getting Brees Hall back, so there's that.
And my honorable mention, speaking of tight ends, was I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they let him go, but Darren Waller to the Giants is definitely going to be a problem in the NFC East.
I love that.
That's definitely going to be a problem in the NFC East. As far as tight ends go, I hate that. As far
gotta stay healthy, though.
Exactly.
He got to stay
But
healthy,
if
though.
so, that gives Daniel Jones a good outlet, and that guy, that's what he needs because he's not a good decision maker when he got too much time.
What he needs is Saquon Barkley, who's not gonna be playing if he don't get paid. So that's what he needs. I don't think
Hey,
that
there
move
you
is gonna
go.
make any difference. But to answer Screen's question, I do 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah, by all means.
I do like Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. Like Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey together, that's gonna be crazy. Even though Jalen Ramsey was getting cooked towards the end of the thing, but just to be in a different defense, he's probably remotivated to get himself becoming one of the best again. And low key, and I don't like Lamar Jackson, but Odell Beckham to the Ravens. I want to see how that works out because
Facts.
if I was the Ravens,
Time out. OG is a notorious Lamar hater. That's magnificent for you to say that. You hate Lamar. You hate him.
because I want to see because everybody's excuse is that he's a passer but never had a wide receiver. So now that he does, if I was the Ravens, I'd rather had Hopkins than Odell. That's just my opinion. But Odell can probably still go over there and do some slot work for Lamar Jackson, and hopefully he can get it together and prove everybody like myself wrong to say, hey, I'm a passer. So we'll see.
That's interesting talk there. I like both of you guys' your offseason moves that you think were the best. We're going with 2, right? Damn. Number 1, I gotta say I love that my team rebuilt the defense finally, no matter how old everybody is. Calais Campbell's a great leader. Grady Jarrett finally getting some help over there. That makes me very happy. That would be my honorable mention. But I think the best move of the offseason, I would probably have to say Miami getting Jalen Ramsey. I got to agree with OG there simply because now Miami can cover everything Buffalo has to give them. And with the better teams in the AFC, they can compete defensively. You trade for Bradley Chubb last season. Jalen Phillips came into his own. Christian Wilkins is doing his thing. So their defensive line got a lot of pressure and poise on the back end. Javon Holland exploded. You still got Byron Jones, who we thought he was going to retire based on what he said on Twitter about his hips not feeling too good, but it seems he's going to stay and report to training camp this week. So they got a 3-headed trio out there at cornerback, and that's going to be spooky. You mentioned Jalen Ramsey being remotivated. I think he's from Tennessee, but he played at Florida State, as we all know. And now he's back in the Sunshine State for the second time in his career, as he was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think Ramsey will get back to form. pretty easily. What would you say the worst move was of the offseason, though, OG? If you could think of something that was that bad.
Oh, you threw me in the fire.
Definitely
I know.
did.
I got to. I gotta keep you on your toes. You know what I mean?
They're gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna say Juju to the Pats. I hate that guy. I mean, he did decent on the Chiefs, but I just don't think. I don't know. I don't think that's one of a wide receiver that Matt needed. Again, if I'm them, I go Hopkins. But you rather pay Juju, and then it was just like okay. And they re-signed the other wide receiver that they had traded
Devontae
from the
Parker.
Dolphins. What's his name? Yeah. I don't think that'll work out there. I think they're gonna be fourth place, and that'll be interesting to see if Bill Belichick becomes on the hot seat after that.
They're saying he's already on the hot seat. So if he loses out, we may see a change for the first time in 23 years in New England. Some people's time just happens to be up. He's up there in age now. It might just be time to pass a torch. We thought it would have been Josh McDaniels.
I'm sorry. You know who else is low key decent? That the offseason move, which I hate him though. I hated him on my team. Miko Hartman, like he's
on the
hands of
Jets.
fucking bricks.
He's on the
I
Jets
know.
too.
That's what I'm saying. So Aaron Rodgers having a piece like that, I don't know how they're gonna incorporate him because Aaron Rodgers did bring his wide receiver core from Green Bay over to the Jets though. But that'll be interesting to see as well for a deep threat.
Definitely will. G, what do you think? Worst offseason move?
I hate that I gotta throw him under the bus, but I don't like this guy anyway, man. I know Brady retired, but did y'all have to go get Baker, man?
Oh, that's good.
Did y'all have to go get Baker Mayfield?
They tanking. They want. Oh boy.
That's what, bro. Come on, man.
You know what's funny though? They're saying they like Baker. The team, like Mike Evans said, he likes Baker Mayfield.
Everybody says that until it's the
I'm a Baker fan. I
He
was
had that
big
winning
on
attitude though.
He
has
has a
a winning
swagger.
attitude, but that doesn't get you too far. You can have a winning attitude, but still be ass. Like you just think highly of yourself. That's cool. You're supposed to have confidence. It got you to the NFL, but you can't compete with these guys, bro. You can't compete. His confidence is definitely different, and I respect it. It gets you commercials, but it don't get you wins, bro. That's my thing. That's my thing.
Has he been in this bad situations though? Like he went through four different coaches in the Browns, and
the Rams technically. So Baker was a weird situation because he wasn't going to go number 1 overall until he impressed the Browns. Then he got thrown in the fire with Freddie Kitchens, even though they made the playoffs. Then you go get him a run first coach in Kevin Stefanski. I hate Kevin Stefanski. I do not think he's a great coach. Nick Chubb is great, and he's making that man's career. That's what I think about him. So you forced Baker to not pass the ball, which is why Odell was in the situation he was in and ended up getting hurt. And then it cost Baker his job too. So Baker went out to the Rams last year, did his thing. I think he actually got traded to Carolina first, then got cut, then got sent out to the Rams. He won some games for the Rams, free agent because they didn't give him a 5th-year option, and now he's down there in Tampa as the lead man. I think he'll be fine first year, but the ultimate issue is the NFC South is wide open. Any of the 4 teams could win the division. Derek Carr, arguably the best quarterback in the division is Derek Carr. I hate that I got to say that, but he has the experience. Baker doesn't have that much experience to where he'll be like a certified winner because he wasn't that in Cleveland. Desmond Ridder is going to get his first year starting under his belt for us. And then Bryce Young being down there in Carolina with Frank Reich, I think he'll have a solid season, but I'm not sold on Carolina's offense. So there is that. Undisputed was good. Good to see you. We'll move on to the Madden ratings. The biggest talk of the week so far. Madden ratings are releasing. So far, we have wide receiver, safety, and the entire defensive line. Who has stuck out to you so far outside of the obvious people? We know that Aaron Donald's a 99, Jay Jettis is a 99, Myles Garrett's still up there, Nick Bosa's up there, Tyreek's up there. But who would you say out of these ratings has stood out to you so far that you didn't think would stand out?
Goddamn, they be doing the Steelers so goddamn dirty. Because how the hell is T.J. Watt under Von Miller, who Von Miller missed the whole damn season, and T.J. Watt is one of the best linebackers.
So they both got hurt.
In the
they
league.
Both got hurt last year. That's why they're the same.
T.J. Watt has always been disrespected, and then Minka, he's one of the best safeties. He was the best safety in the NFL on the Steelers team. I think he was the glue to that defense. He had an old man. What's his name? He had old defense out there making them look good. I think you just got to reward Madden just so lazy. They copy and paste. They copy last year and they paste it in, and then if you didn't have an extraordinary season, we're not gonna boost you. It's just so silly, man.
Yeah,
Those are
because
facts.
Debo Samuel only at 89 overall, and that's crazy.
Yeah, so the issue, right, and I'm glad you brought up wide receivers first. So for me, what stuck out is that Amari Cooper's a top 10 wide receiver. And I was arguing with our guy Kyle, and I was saying like Amari Cooper is ahead of Mike Evans because he has better footwork. And that doesn't mean Mike Evans is ass. Mike Evans has probably, if not the best hands in the NFL, like the second best hands in the NFL. Ball in air, Mike Evans coming down with it. But Mike Evans' footwork has never really been that great. So that's why his route running is never that good year to year. And you have to kind of build it up to make him a little bit better every year in Madden, where Amari Cooper comes out the gate with route technician. And he's able to burn dudes off of cuts immediately. So Amari Cooper definitely stuck out to me. Another thing that stuck out, like you said, OG, I think TJ Watt. The weird part about him and Von Miller, TJ Watt got hurt in the beginning of the season and Von got hurt at the end. TJ Watt tore his pec and then came back and they won, I think, 6 out of 7 games that he played back. And then Von tore his ACL again. So it's very interesting that both of those guys are still in the top 5 for their respective positions and areas. Max Crosby definitely had a good season. Good to see him up there with a 94 overall. I think
Definitely.
I think the Bengals receivers are getting a little bit disrespected too because Joe Burrow makes them look very good. I think T. Higgins is what, an 87? How is
Listen
he
to
not
what you
higher?
just said, though. Listen to what you just said, though.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like he should be a little bit better. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown and T. Higgins are not equal. I no, man. That's just me.
Yeah,
though.
I was just gonna say that. Like, how are
That's
they?
just me,
they're
though.
both what, 85.
They both are 87. They're both 87s. I feel
87?
like T. Higgins is just like maybe one step above of Amon-Ra right now. And then Amon-Ra's playing with Jared Goff, who's not a bad quarterback, but he didn't fit the Rams' plans anymore, so they canned him to Detroit for Matt Stafford when they won that bowl 2 years ago now. I like a lot of the ratings, though, so far. I think
Yeah,
that,
a lot of them make sense to me. I can't even get mad at most of them.
yeah, some shocking
There's a lot of
things. And Jim, I agree. I think T could be a number 1 anywhere else. It's just that Jamar Chase is too dynamic to not be a number 1. And then G, you mentioned Debo Samuel being only an 89. They don't have his route running that high either. But they do. I will say this: the Niners have a very dynamic wide receiver tight end setup. We don't know George Kittle's rating just yet. He had a down year by his standards, but Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle are going to be a force to be reckoned with, and so are the Bengals' offensive trio of Chase, Higgins, well, Quartet, because Mixon is there in the mix a little bit. He's still fast and speedy, but Tyler Boyd gets disrespected very often, very, very often,
He's a third on that team.
and he'd be a 2 anywhere else. He was the 2 until they drafted Jamar Chase, so.
Yeah,
there's
that team is just tough, and they got that tight end now, right? They just got that,
Yeah, they got Herb Smith Jr. from the Vikings.
Yeah,
that is, and Herb Smith has been hurt too, but I think he's a really good pickup.
Talking about wide receivers, I can't believe you said you didn't notice that Cooper Kupp's speed went up. He's 91 now.
Yeah, so Cooper
Wasn't
Kupp
he
is a
like-
weird one. The weirdest thing about the Rams players in general is that they're great players. They just have a bad team management because the team went all out in acquiring good players to get their 1 Super Bowl ring. So Matt Stafford declined and got hurt. They had to go get Baker. Kupp still did his damn thing. No, he's always been good with acceleration, but 91 speed is definitely a little bit questionable. I'm not a Madden ratings person, though.
The Rams may be an example of a team who was at the top and fell straight off of the mountain, bro. Like
They
you
paid
were
for
at
it
the-
for sure.
You were at the and that they're an example of paying for your team goes wrong. You get your championship, but you set your team back like 10 years.
But they got it's hard to get in past 30 years. There's teams out there that never even made the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So
and
all
that's
they
the
did is
gamble you
worth it.
take, so it has to pay off. That's why I commend them for actually winning one. It has to pay off if you're going to gamble like that. Yeah, we suck, but we just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then to go back to the Minka point, I would agree. I think the problem with Madden is that they lump safeties together every single year. So
Right.
you're always going to have controversy. That's why safeties always get released first. There's always controversy when you put the safeties out there because there's a difference between a strong safety who plays more inside the box, is a little bit better at man coverage, versus a free safety who's better at zone coverage and going sideline to sideline across the field because he usually plays 1 high. So I think the argument for Minka and Derwin, I think it's 1A, 1B. I won't say one's better than the other. If they were on the same team, you ain't throwing that damn ball though. So, and they both in the AFC. So there's that. And that's my pitch for somebody. If I pick the Chargers, please trade me Minka Fitzpatrick. I'll give you whatever the hell you want. Okay.
Oh,
Just gonna put that out there.
So are you hinting that you're
Am I
not
hinting?
retiring? So who is your five?
Oh,
who is your
Lord.
top five? Who is your top five
Hey, yo.
decisions, Mr. Number One pick?
All right,
Yo.
first and foremost, let's do this. We're gonna get our cameras off the screen real quick. I'm gonna go download the picture, and we're gonna put the team selection up here for right now, in the order that is in. One thing I do want to highlight first and foremost,
It's not
shout out
updated.
again. It is not updated because the tourney is going on currently, but as it stands without the tourney, just without the tourney right now, these are the standings and how everything goes. Oh, let me change this right quick. It done lied to me. Sorry, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put this image up on the screen. We're doing some live editing. It'll go to YouTube just the same way. Don't worry, guys. Where did it go? What the? Okay. It didn't save how I needed it to. Give me just a second. I hate that.
Well,
I hate
while
when you
he
have to
does
save from
that,
Discord certain ways, man. That annoys me.
while he does that little update on the tournament, so a couple games have been played, and now for a couple of those scores, we have Gons over undisputed 27-24. Try Hard over T Hoyt. I was surprised at that one.
Right.
36-15. Myself versus what is it? I'm gonna call him Yolanda because I don't even know how to say his goddamn name.
You can't say Saiyan, it'd be funny as hell.
40. That's some fucking Dragon Ball Z.
I thought that.
whatever.
Oh, I thought his name said saying spicy. I was like, who the hell is saying spicy?
He's part of the LGB community. Shout out to them. But 41-35, and then Moni lost to Robinson 14-10.
Yeah, so some
Right now, we still got a
people have
couple games
went
going
up.
on.
We know we haven't seen Wang versus Mo Juice yet. We haven't seen Greg versus Fitz, and I believe the other game is Solo versus French Fry. We have not seen those.
What was that first game?
The first game was Wang and Mo Juice, or what I would say, No
Yeah,
Juice. I'm sorry.
I can't. No. I can't wait for that game because you got Mr. I want no homo. I got Mr. I want Mo Juice, right? And then if he wins, he got
He
Mr.
going
Jim
against
Jones
Jim.
to work out.
Yeah,
a
you
little
can't
bit.
duck. You can't duck him now.
So Scream, you got the number one pick.
Yeah, so let's and this is not on the list here to talk about, but we'll go to the next topic, which is the Any Given Sunday Madden 24 team selection update. We do have information on how team selection is going to happen. I just don't know if I can reveal that information. I was not told if I could or could not yet. So if OG give me the green light, I will do such. I know he wants to reveal it on his graphics. So
Wait. No, we could reveal that. I should have did that earlier, but we could reveal that. But yeah, just talk about this team selection real fast.
So we are on the screen right now. If you're watching live, you see the actual order. In this game, this order is going to change based on the tournament that happens. OG will update it as things go. Really quick, I do want to talk about the tournament sides right quick. So we did have Gons defeat Undisputed. Gons will go off against Portland in the second round. Try Hard will face off against our guy Diesel. Shout out to my guy Diesel. Much love to you. Whenever Mo versus Wang happens, if it happens, that person will face Jim. And C will move on to the third round because he defeated OG. And then if you look at the other side for side B, we are awaiting the winner of French Fry versus Solo to go play Omega, the winner of Fitz and Greg to play AO. TikTok Trey Rob will go up against Jay, and my caddy will go up against SJM. So once those games gets played, we do have some commentary planned. If you guys can fit the slots on Mondays or Wednesdays, then we'll get those games commentated. Hopefully nobody else ducks, because technically speaking, round one should be done today. I don't know the rules. If people get simmed out or not, I'm unsure. But looking at yeah, OG can speak to that. Who commentating?
He's on the
Big Holla.
He's
You know
on the
me?
screen right there.
Big Holla. I'm right here. You know what I mean? What we talking about? Could be a Sunday OJ call. It's not,
G,
man.
that's disrespectful, G.
It won't
Come on,
disrespectful.
G.
I was going to say, can I jump in the booth and talk my shit?
Yeah, you could
Talk that shit. Yeah, so we're looking right now at the actual team selection. I'm number 1, Trent's number 2, Omega's number 3. I know in the chat recently there's been some controversy about how does team selection actually work? How do you get points? Let me explain something to y'all, and I'm gonna take this off my screen right quick just to look at y'all while I say this. I came back at number 32 last year, and then I ended up at number 30 and picked the Patriots before all the stupid stuff happened. All I did was be active. I played all my games that I could. I did my stories. I did my streams. I'm number one from that. I didn't do nothing different. I didn't kiss nobody's ass. None of that. I just worked my ass off and I got the number one. As far as who I'm taking, because y'all keep trolling me and asking me, Jim has asked me so far. You have asked me my top 5 teams right now at this second. You got to go with the Super Bowl champions. They obviously are number one on my list. I don't feel like building a quarterback again. Patrick Mahomes is that guy. His offense is not going to be the greatest, but I can build my defense how I like. So I kind of like Kansas City in that regard. Number 2 is actually the Dallas Cowboys. I cannot believe I'm saying it out my mouth, but I am saying that. Micah Parsons' ratings dropped today, and I'm blown away. Not gonna lie to none of you. Michael Parsons,
I thought he was going to be
97 overall, 92 speed, 95 acceleration. What? Why would I not take Michael Parsons? And then off the edge, looking at his finesse move, it's an 89. His finesse move is a 95. His power move's an 89, but he cannot block shit that well. It's a 74. But that's when you look at his counterpart, DeMarcus Lawrence, who's a 90 overall and another top 10 defensive end in the game. He comes in here. He comes in with. Why did it not change? I don't know if it's trolling me or not right now. I think it is. I have to fix the ratings right quick. There we are. So he comes into it. It says he has 10. That's CD Lamb. That's why. No wonder. I'm looking at the wrong person. 83 power move, 88 finesse move, and 92 block shed. So you have trenches built up. And then their rookie D tackle, Mozzie Smith, has 94 strength out the gate at 79 overall.
Mozzie?
Yeah, M-A-Z-I, Mozzie Smith. He's their first round pick.
Not like the rapper, bro.
Oh,
yeah, not the rapper.
I was thinking about New York to be like, we catching the Mozzie. Never mind. Yeah.
Hey, yo, why are we doing it?
Man.
See, man, it's always
man.
OG. Third on my list. I don't really like repeat teams. I like to play with different teams every year. But Buffalo has to be on my list. They have a great defense. Greg Rousseau got better. He's an 84 overall. I think he has 85 finesse move now, and then they still have 2 of the top 10 safeties with Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. So you're a year 1 contender team, even though that cap is atrocious.
Before you go to 4, I got a question. You have a number 1 pick. Does that apply any pressure to winning a Super Bowl on your shoulders?
Yes.
No, not
He
to
lying.
me, no.
Look at his face.
No.
He lying.
He said no.
That's right.
No, it does not. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. It does not. Let me tell you why.
Come on.
No. Let me tell you why. No, I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you why. When you look at team reveal last year and you look at the spots that people won the bowl, it doesn't. Truthfully speaking, Bang came in, I think pick 30 or pick before me, and then he won a bowl, the first one. So it really just depends on my skill. And you are notorious for telling me that I play down to everybody else. So there is no pressure. At the end of the day, I can't pick my division. I just can pick my team. I know that if I go the Cowboys, I'm probably gonna have to deal with Omega, Mo Juice, or Greg. So I already know I'm gonna have a couple headaches.
Did you hear who you
Not
just
Greg.
named? He said he
Here he
named
go.
Mo Juice and Omega like they tough. Like, come on, you gotta
I didn't
stop.
say they won't.
You
I didn't
gotta
say they weren't
stop.
tough.
Hey, bro,
I didn't
he
say I
said-
wasn't tough though.
No,
But
he
if I
was
go
saying
Chiefs,
shout out.
but if I go Chiefs, think about it. Somebody got to pick the Chargers, and the Chargers are always going to be a battle because that offense is crazy. Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen,
How many
Mike
Bowls
Williams.
Chargers? How many Bowls Chargers won this Madden?
You got a point. See, now you ain't coming for me. I ain't gonna say who you coming for. We're gonna be nice now. I ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't gonna do what you do.
No, you just threw me the alley-oop.
I didn't throw shit.
You threw me the alley-oop.
And
I just caught it.
Omega said don't disrespect him. Omega said don't disrespect him. He caught that.
See, I knew somebody was gonna say something, bro. Don't be disrespecting.
No, but I don't feel this pressure, man. I feel like I just want to have fun and I just want to be elite. I want to win some playoff games again. I got my groove back. I figured my offense out a little bit, so I'm happy with that. But number 4, yo, shut up. Number 4 on my list had to be the hometown team, Atlanta Falcons. If I build my team and my quarterback, I just have fun with my squad. Number 5 is the Niners. I think the only problem there is you got to build the quarterback. Outside of everything else, you just build your team as normal. But Nick Bosa's a threat. Javon Hargrave's a threat. Fred Warner's a threat. Talanoa Hufanga, who should have been in the top 10 safeties, is a threat. So I got some options.
I think you should go Falcons.
I probably am at the end of the day because I think I just want to have fun and not really put pressure on myself to do anything but have fun. So
Yeah.
yeah. Now,
Shout out
okay.
to
Now,
Lebo.
while
He
we
said
while
he'll-
we
he said
here,
he'll take the
OG,
Chargers.
because you may have better information than I do. I don't know the truth or not. What is the situation with trading up or down in the team selection process? I know the last couple of years, people have tried to trade first round picks to move up or down and pick their team, and then they stopped that. So, what is the actual process? What's allowed? What's not allowed?
Right now, it stands as where you at. The only way you can move up is if you play in this tournament. Now, if us and the commission decide after the tournament we want to do something to help or whoever's willing to, we'll talk about that then. But as of now, there's no trading up or down. You have to play in a tournament in order to move up or down. And I think the next one probably won't be, it'll be free of charge that everybody can play to move up and down as they please. Pause.
Jim talking about sending him Fred. You know I don't like linebackers, so you got a point there. You know I hate my LBs, man. I mean, Fred might be out the door if they give me something great. Just to bring the team selection back up, I don't really care who y'all pick. If you send me something great, you can get whatever, honestly. I'm not picky about trading no more. I just think that if it's a win-win, then we good to go. And then to the team selection part of things. So OG, I am cleared to announce this, like every single date that Jay sent me. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. You know why? I wanted to put. I'm gonna put the pressure. So yeah. You free to announce that to make sure that that's what we gonna do. And
All right.
I would just put whatever Scream is about to say right now. It can be subject to change for earlier dates, just in case that's the way us users want to roll. But it won't be no later than these dates that's set. It can be subject to change to an earlier date, but no later than what's set.
All right, and we are going to clip this and put it in the chat. So people that did not watch Sunday OJ today, they will have this information today. They will have it today. We will run the stream back and put this in the chat. So currently, as it stands, the regular release for Madden 24 is slated for August 18th. If you played the $100 edition and get it early, and I heard from a different Discord that the 50% code is working now. I don't have confirmation myself. I have not tried to buy it yet, but you should go try. August 18th is the release. August 19th and 20th, you need to get on the game and test out what teams you would like for team selection. The team selection stage will begin August 20th at 8 p.m. and it will end on August 22nd at 9 p.m. On August 22nd at 9 p.m., they are going to send you invites in Madden, but you are not to join. Somebody's going to ruin it. We already know. Unfortunate, right? So if they may not send the selections out, and again, he said it's subject to change. The actual team selection reveal show will be here on Night Scream TV August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is a Wednesday. So just like a regular game of the week on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. August 23rd, 2023 on this channel, we will be doing the team reveal selection for AGS. On August 24th, they will start the preseason and allow you to get your training camp done and things of that nature. And then on August 25th, which is Friday at 9 p.m., the regular season will start. That is how the calendar is going to go for team selection. Once again, we will clip this and put it in the AGS chat and tag everybody. OG will put it in the around the league section for you guys to see and hear with a graphic. So just be on the lookout for that. How we feel about that, man? You know, August 23rd coming up real quick. It's already halfway through July, man.
I mean, I just watched you and Snipes call a reveal, which was dope. But I think it was, in my humble opinion, there's no shots or nothing like that. I just think it was a little too soon because you got to know gameplay. I mean, even though you guys got the beta and stuff and to play the beta, but when the actual game comes out and when all the updates come out, you get to understand what's what. And you know, I think it was kind of a little early. Even though I like going blindly because then those OP users can't pick an OP team and et cetera, et cetera. But
That's very true.
yeah, right now, it's just. I think that's the best way because when nobody knows shit and everybody's learning the game, it's a free fall, and that's why usually the first Super Bowl to me is the best Super Bowl in Madden's because if you could win that first one, that means you like everybody was equal, nobody was above nobody, and you won that first one. That's pretty dope. Like shout out to Smitty, he did it 2 times in a row, and about to be third with them Ravens. That was dope.
Very much so. So yeah, there we are with that's what the team selection update is going to be. And again, my top 5, not in order this time: Niners, Falcons, Chiefs, Cowboys. I don't forgot my 5th team. Damn, that's sad. It don't really matter anyway. Probably going Falcons or I'm probably going Niners. I think I'm going NFC regardless this time. I went AFC twice in 23. I don't think I'm going to go back there.
Didn't you say Chargers?
No, I don't want them.
Everybody was.
I don't want the Chargers because I don't. So the problem with the Chargers is just like the offense is good. You know the offense is good. It's just that defense and that cap space is ruined, and that's why the Browns aren't top 5 to me. That's exactly why the Browns aren't top 5.
But that defense is not bad. They have a good defense over there.
Khalil Mack is an 85 overall. It was Jay. Yeah, Khalil Mack is an 85 overall, man. Like Khalil Mack is not that great now. Like he had a really, really bad season. Joey Bosa's a 91. Derwin's a 95, obviously, but then we don't know the cornerbacks yet. And as you guys do know, if you decide to keep up with the ratings for the rest of the week, running backs and offensive linemen will come out tomorrow on 7/19. On 7/20, you get cornerbacks and tight end. On Friday, you're getting the quarterbacks and linebackers as well as kickers, punters, and fullbacks. So every single rating will be out Friday. That's why OG said it's subject to change about the team selection and things of that nature. But they are trying to be fair to the users that did not get the beta access and can play the game to see how they feel about their team. So again, it may be earlier, it may be sooner. Who knows?
What do you think about the game?
I played the beta once again this weekend and beat a couple people online. I think comp feels good. I think sim feels good. I think you can't go wrong either which way. A lot of the plays in the game are the exact same. Running the ball feels 10 times better than last year. If we've ever said that the game was a polished version of the year before, this is the perfect one where we could say Madden 24 is Madden 23 with updates. This is a year where the game is literally just updated. It feels a little bit better. Running the ball is going to be a problem, like a good problem. So you need a running back. I know that was our first topic for people who missed it. I definitely think you got to have balance on offense because without it, you're not going to win games. You can't just throw the ball and chuck it because the AI actually will adjust to the BS that you do. I spammed a couple times online the same play just to try out and see what would work, how it would get open versus different defenses. The AI was adjusting like crazy. It don't matter if it was a linebacker, a cornerback, a safety. It really did not matter. So attributes should matter a little bit more. I think the game will be good. Let's just hope we don't have any franchise bugs like prior years and we don't lose all progress and hope here at any given Sunday.
Man, ain't that why they're giving people the game 50% off? Because
yeah,
lost the progress in the franchise?
Yeah, so our league, we actually lost our first league because I was the Patriots in the first league and then I went to Bills.
And that was why? Because of
Yeah, so I'm actually going to get on Madden now and see if this damn thing works. But yeah, it's 50% off if you buy the, what do you call that? Deluxe edition of Madden. I couldn't think. My brain was not working. Excuse me. If you buy the deluxe edition of Madden, you are going to be given the 50% code. So I'm going to go try and see if it works now. And if it does, I'll go ahead and pre-order my game. Shout out to Omega. He won last year during the team reveal show, a copy of the game for free. I'm assuming we're going to do that same thing again this year during the reveal show. If you win some trivia or do something correct, you will win a free copy of the game the following year. So somebody can
regular
win.
version 70.
Yeah, 70 on next gen. Yeah. We
Yeah, let them know, G. They don't get that big version. They get the regular.
I buy Reggie. Yeah. Hey, Jim.
Well,
Hey, Jim, what's talking about something I buy Reggie? I can't, man. I can't with y'all. Yeah, so it's very interesting. We're just under 30 days away. It does say limited offer pre-order by August 18th. If you click the X button in the store now, it says $99.99 right now. That's what it does say here. If you click in the store, it is not showing the 50% off right now. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. It is not showing it at all in the store. I don't know how they are going to rectify that for people, but it says 50% off. Conditions apply. Offers may vary or change. See retailers for whatever. So an Xbox is not working right now. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, so just for me, if you have EA access or whatever, or EA Play or Game Pass, whatever it is, The regular edition of the game is 10% off. Up here right now on my Elgato screen, it says it, and I guess I should put this on screen because Jay is confused as hell.
Somebody called G Greg Oden.
Hold on, I gotta see an updated Greg Oden. I didn't know he had hair.
Who's that?
Greg Oden got hair?
Where that happen at? They texted to you. Never mind. That's why. They ain't in the damn chat. They sent it to your ass. You played too damn much.
I can't breathe.
Oh no! Hey, look, whoever said that, bro, tell them hey, put their joint in the chat right quick. Drop their picture in the chat right quick.
Yo, I'm sorry.
All right, so live on screen right now is what it shows you when you go to compare editions. So the regular game is $70 for standard because you're on next gen. If you get the deluxe edition without anything else, it's $100, and they give you 10% off if you have Game Pass Ultimate because it comes with EA Access Play, whatever you want to call it. So EA Play is what it is. There it is right there. And there is no. I'm not gonna put my card on the screen. That would be stupid. Yes, that is Pops. That's G.
You about to get scammed.
Yeah, the scammers was about to be on my shit. You feel me?
I was like, get scammed on live, yo.
Yeah, I mean, chill on me. We ain't doing that. Yeah, so the 50% code is not there. Not sure if they are gonna fix that or what has it. Maybe EA will do it for people. I don't know, but it's not there for me. So I'll buy it whenever they fix that shit.
I can do that right now with a minute.
Yeah, so there's that, man. He said hit me back 3 months later. Okay, G, can you, while we here, right, can you explain to Jay what you told me what happened so Jay can understand what the hell happened?
What are you talking
Please
about?
explain to him. Jay is in the chat right now saying it took you 3 months to respond to him because you didn't play him in the league when you was the Titans before the shit reset. Can you please explain to him what happened?
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck happened, bro. My notifications was on. I just never seen this shit, bro. Like, I was... Bro, I hit this nigga back 3 months later. Was like, yo, what the fuck I say? What I say, bro?
You still you said you see this.
Yo, my bad, I ain't see this. I was crying fucking when he texted me that shit, man.
I think I meant to reply the same night, but I was high as hell or something. I don't know, bro. Forgot to reply.
That's that shit, man.
I was like, damn, niggas. I didn't even have no damn tab. Like that, I got straight up kicked. I didn't even get a goodbye, and then because that's what it was. That's what made me look because I asked Keith about it, and I was like, let me open my Discord right quick. And I didn't have a tab, but I had a DM, and it was from Jay, and I was like, what the fuck? He said, like, this nigga messaged me without AGS, bro, and I was like, I got kicked out of the league. I didn't even get a goodbye. Hey, yo, we need a, but he did though. I think he said something like, yeah, due to inactivity, we gonna replace you with somebody else, but you can stay in the league. See, that last part was the part I wanted to reply to.
I got the message for real. Yeah. I got the message right here. Look.
I can't breathe.
I ain't gonna put it on screen, but I'm just gonna read it. He said on March 23rd, hey man, we just want to let you know we decided to give the Titans to another user for the time being. This man responded on June 30th. And then he said we need commentary or anything you want to be involved, and told him get with OG and me, and that's how he's here on Sunday OJ now, man. So
I cannot breathe.
Bro, that was some funny shit. So we're gonna go through our final thoughts right quick, man, and get to the end here. Just to give everybody an update on what's going on with Sunday OJ. This is season 4. We are done with season 3. That was from Madden 23. We are officially in Madden 24 mode. The plan for now is to go live, if not every week, every other week. We don't have our date of the week set right now, but because we were all free on this Tuesday night, we decided to pull up and do it now. It may be a day where there's commentary. It may not. We haven't solidified everything just yet. So Sunday OJ from now on, unless measures change, will be live here on Night Stream TV on a weekly basis, unless noted otherwise. So please know that. But once we get done here on Twitch and we end the stream, we will be putting all episodes on the YouTube channel. So make sure you go and subscribe to the Sunday OJ YouTube, which is right here. Link is in the chat. If you want to follow us over there on YouTube, and then go ahead and follow on Instagram. I'm gonna try to get OG to put some more content out on the Instagram channel, so be good there. And they still laugh about the shit, man. I hate these guys.
I'm mad it was over 3 months, bro. That shit was 3 months.
He waited a whole quarter to respond.
You shit! God damn, I can't believe.
Oh man.
Yo,
All right, look, man. Any final thoughts from you guys,
Hold up.
man?
Yes,
OG,
yes.
we gonna go to you first because you can't stop laughing. First, any final thoughts, man?
hey, shout out to my brother Trent, man. He just became a father.
Yes,
Welcome to
sir, Big
fatherhood.
Shout out Trent.
We already know
Father.
you're gonna be he gonna be stinky this Madden because every time somebody's a father, they become stinky every Madden. So shout out to my brother Trent.
I'm the only exception, only because I came way after my son was born.
Well, Fitz actually won a bowl after his son was born. So he beat the curse. He beat the Madden curse.
Yeah, everybody else didn't.
Is that the Madden curse? When you have a kid, you suck.
Yeah, that's the Madden curse.
God damn.
That is true though. It has been the piece for like the last 6 years, AGS. That is very true. Dudes have kids and just never look back.
With the exception of Jay, he just always stink. Kid or no kid.
Yo, wasn't Jay the Chiefs?
Nah, Jay was the Seahawks. Well, now he's the Seahawks.
You don't even know what he had.
Oh, no, I forgot because I think bro whooped my ass, bro. I think that was him.
Nah, it might have been Trent.
bro.
That might have been Trent. Trent was Chiefs.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
shout out to my man T Hoy though. He always showing love, man. I love T Hoy.
Hey, you know what's funny?
T Hoy
didn't T Hoy just have a? I don't want to say the wrong number. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna ask you to tell me in chat how many you have because I was gonna say the wildest number possible probably. I think T Hoy just had another kid. Okay, I was gonna say 5. I think he just had another child last year. So you know, there's that. And T Hoy, what my? It's 6. Damn,
Damn. Going for the Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon and NBA Youngboy. God damn.
How many Youngboy got?
Youngboy got like 11. He got like 11, bro. Yeah, Youngboy out there, man. Him and Moneybag out there competing.
T Hoy got an NBA squad. That is crazy.
And a 6-man.
You got Lou Wills on the bench for sure.
How many you got? Pop got like 10 kids too.
Well, I got one of my own. My shorty got 3.
Those are yours, bro. You got 4.
I mean, essentially, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
See?
But how many I shot out my wood was 1. That's what I'm saying.
This nigga is wild, man. Hoyt Rivers, yeah.
Oh yeah, Phillip Rivers just had another one too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they were the Super Bowl champs, though.
Yo, he said Phillip Rivers. He called him Hoyt Rivers.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm drinking a beer to that, T-Hoy. I'm drinking a beer to that for you, man. I already killed one. I'm kill another one for you for that, man.
Don't show that label though. They didn't pay us to show that label.
Man, look, I drink what the fuck I want, man. You lucky I ain't bring tequila out like we was told to do. You lucky I ain't bring that.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, they don't want they don't no homo. They don't want the tequila in pause.
Why not?
It'll get spooky.
Oh, you nasty off this tequila. That's wild, bro. Like, yo,
I'm not talking like that.
See, it's always something with you niggas, man.
Why you gotta tell everything?
Nah, I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about no homo getting people asses paused. They just sound all crazy right now. Yeah.
See, bro.
Why OG don't got a cam? He don't got a haircut. He don't wanna. He wanna be a superhero for right now, man. That's what it is, man.
For some reason, he wanna get cute for y'all, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand, bro.
Listen, you know how much these motherfuckers be playing. Yo, any little thing they gonna get me because I troll too much. I got
way too spicy. Yo, y'all are killing me, man.
Yeah.
G. He didn't want to show the patchy.
Hey T-Hoy, my shit not patchy like that no more. Right? It's just cool.
He said you had the baby Jabriel. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who's that? Who's Jabriel?
Oh, Mr. got kicked. You know, I ain't know we were supposed to say their names or not. Big sloppies. Yeah. Big slop.
Oh, I'm like,
Big 8.
What you talking about?
Big 8.
Hey, OG, bro. Somebody said you like
hockey sticks.
Hey, OG, bro. Somebody said you like DJ Envy, bro.
Nah, I rather Khaled than Envy.
Hey,
Envy.
Oh man, y'all got the weekday live. All right, man. Look, G, any final thoughts, man? Y'all killing me right now.
Hey, bro. Yo, shout out T Hoyt for sure, bro. Shout out Everybody, bro. Bro said way too spicy. Shout out Jay. Shout out, who was Jim John?
Jim
Shout
Jones,
out.
hey bro,
Oh,
I'm weak.
shout out Jim Jones for sure.
He said Jim
For sure.
John. Go.
That
Yeah,
nigga
bro,
high
for
as
sure.
hell,
And Sunday OJ, man, we here, man. Look,
heartless.
bro. About to
Hey,
take off, man. For sure.
while we are here, there is currently a tournament game going on right now. Solo versus French Fry just started roughly about 10 minutes ago. So make sure you go tune into that. That's probably going to be the last game. I'm assuming people are going to get simmed out. I don't know the rules. Jimmy John.
Who said Jimmy John, bro? It was OG.
I say Jimmy John.
Oh, that's the name, Jimmy John.
No, bro, it's Jim. It's really Jim Jones, bro. But he just said
Yo,
Jimmy
Jim
Jones.
Jones.
I ain't gonna lie. My final thought, bro. I love the fact that we did this live. I love the fact that you guys came into the chat and interacted with us. So shout out to the chat.
Sure, bro.
If it's okay with OG, even though it's not supposed to be tournament things, can we give them +2 team selection? Because this timeout. Oh, y'all got the weekday line. I keep calling you the weekend.
Hey, bro, I can hit that note too.
He called him the weekday, not the
I didn't
weekday.
catch it
Bro,
when
not
Jay
the
said
weekday.
heartless. Now I got it. Okay,
Hey, bro, now
y'all-
I get it, bro. I'm dead, bro. Y'all got to pop y'all photos up in the chat, though, bro. Don't make
God,
us,
bro.
We about to have a guest next time. Somebody got to jump in this shit.
Hey, we gotta do a Sunday OJ with everybody in the goddamn league on the goddamn camera because there's some funny
Bro,
shit. I'm
going
sorry.
in. I'm going in.
We gotta
Yo,
do that shit one day. Y'all
Your
can't.
screen. Under Ooze, instead of Ooze Man, you gotta put Monday through Thursday under his.
Why I can't have Friday, bro? I can't even have Friday, bro.
Hey, I can't, man. I can't.
Hey,
Look,
OG, bro, my thing is, you over here talking, you ain't got no damn camera. You ain't got
But
no
got the-
camera.
but
How the
got
fuck
the-
you gonna be
but got the
DJ Envy with no
superhero.
camera?
but got the superhero going crazy with the logo on his chest.
Breakfast
know
Club
what I mean?
face ass. Bro.
Hey, I can't, man. Look, this has been amazing. I definitely think going live is the best option for Sunday OJ moving forward. We really want to say we appreciate everybody for rocking out with us during this past hour or so. Every show we will try to keep it between an hour and a half. We know people can't. Their attention spans ain't the greatest. We do owe Omega though. Omega got to be the next guest for season 4. We do owe him. He was supposed to be a guest a couple weeks ago. And we did not get him on the show due to a lot of schedule conflicts. A lot of shit has happened in the last month. Avatar Super Buff.
Hey Jim, I'll be
He
bench
better-
pressing 500.
Hey, my man's out here with the Crackdown 3 character. You feel me? He out here buff as hell.
I ain't even peep the Crimson Chan fit though. I ain't even peep that shit, bro.
The nigga chin. You know what I mean? That shit terrible, man. But look, we will holler at y'all hopefully next week, if not next week. The week for the 1st of August, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Sunday OJ Season 4 debut. You can holler at me on socials at Night Scream TV. You can holler at G on socials, senior_Andretti, or you can go to his Twitch channel, which is X the Grounded One X, and then you can find OG at the Instagram at the bottom of the page, AGS_Sunday OJ, and then you can find us on YouTube at Sunday OJ AGS. Thank you guys so much, man. We'll holler at y'all next time. Peace and hair grease, man. Thank y'all.
Later.